Easy work boxing, about to hit you everywhere but under your feet with this one. This is a video for Vasyl Lomachenko versus Jeorge Linares. Good fight in the lightweight division. These two boxers are great boxers. I think this is a good, compatible match. First, I got to come in and say I really don't too much care for Lomachenko. I think he is very overrated. I think most of the fights he has been in has been bullshit. You know, from guys coming in from 2 years after, and now he, 2 years out of the ring and he faced them, and then he also go against guys that's 2 weight divisions lower than him. So I don't see Lomachenko as that top guy, as they're saying. But I like this fight right here. I think this fight right here will be a good step up to prove himself, you know, in a legitimate fight. You know, Jeorge Linares, you know, this guy ain't lost since 2010. You know, so that shows his work ethic and how he fights in the ring. He ain't coming to lose. And, you know, he's an aggressive fighter. You know, he throws combinations. You know, I rarely see him throw body punches, but I have seen him stop someone with a body punch. But I don't think he throws enough of them. And I think he needs to throw a lot of them in a fight against Lomachenko. And, you know, Lomachenko reaches shorter than Jeorge. So I'm going to give that advantage up to Jeorge. Also with the weight, you know, that was one of the reasons I said this would be a good fight for Lomachenko to prove himself, because he's moving up in weight to fight a bigger guy. So this time it won't be really an advantage for him. One thing I've seen about both of these fighters, their special skills, you know, Lomachenko's footwork. One thing I've seen about Lomachenko is that he jumps to the outside of his opponent. He jumps on their weak side. If they're right-handed, he jumps to their left. You know, I think it's really like a confusion tactic, but it's a good tactic. And that's how, to me, I've seen him beat most of his opponents from jumping to their weak side and throwing punches that they don't see or don't expect. And I think that's what makes them quit or tire out and don't want to fight. But from the fighter I see in Jeorge Linares, I don't see him quitting at all. I don't see quit in him. He kind of reminds me of, can't think of the guy's name right now. Damn, I can't think of his name. Sergio Martinez. That's who he reminds me of as far as his attitude, his cockiness in the ring. Lomachenko always, I see this, Linares, he fights to his opponent's weak hand as well, but he doesn't jump to it. He just stays away from him. You never see him move to his opponent's power hand. He always fights to the opposite of their hand, keeps moving around that hand. And, you know, Lomachenko chin hasn't been tested yet, so we don't really see how Lomachenko going to do against a guy who can hit him hard, you know, and then this guy going to be bigger. So, you know, this is a chin tester for Lomachenko. You know, I think, you know, the way that Linares could win this fight is if he throws punches while Lomachenko throws punches. I see some in Lomachenko fights, none of his opponents really throws while he's throwing. And, you know, that could be because the way he jumps to the opposite hand, you know, they don't really probably want to throw with the other hand. They rather throw with the power hand and try to stop him from throwing his combination. But, you know, if Linares try to go out there and try to box Lomachenko, that's over. I think he really has to go out there and fight and not try to box Lomachenko. That's why I think a lot of people feel as trying to box him. You know, his one loss came from a guy who went out and fought him, not tried to prove that there was a better boxer than him in the ring. And, you know, I think that was a lot of Floyd Mayweather's opponents' fault. They would rather try to show them they could box and prove to him that they could box instead of going out there and just fighting him. And, you know, both of these guys are fast. Both of these guys can throw counter punches fast. They both can throw combinations fast. I think the outcome of this fight really going to come down to skills and whose game plan is better, because both of these dudes talented, and it's going to be a close fight. And like I said, I do not see Linares quitting at all in this fight. So anybody coming in there expecting a no mask, you might as well get your money back, because I do not see him quitting this man. And I feel like this man going to bring it to Lomachenko. Only thing I hope is that he does not try to outbox Lomachenko, which he can box. This dude, which I didn't say this, Linares, he reminds me of which I hate to say this, somebody might take this the wrong way. I'm not saying that Mexican fighters can't fight like this, but he has a black fighter style. He throws slapping hooks, fast movement, good defense too. He can dodge some punches as well, But great reflexes on this dude. I see him throwing quick, hard punches, fast, But his movement is, like a black fighter, in the ring. And even from his defense, sometimes how he cover up, So, I like to give Lomachenko credit for stepping up this fight and taking on a real good challenge. So, I think this fight could go either way. I can't really make a prediction on it because to me it's so 50-50, like I said. But I really don't want to make a prediction on this fight because I really don't want to come out wrong because it's such a good fight. But from me not liking Lomachenko and the thing that he's done in boxing, I'm going to go with Linares from the size and the reach because they both are similar in style, speed, that technique. I see they know how to handle their opponents, how they move to the sides of the opponents. And just go back and see if you think I'm lying about that part. They both stand on their opponent's opposite side of their power. But like I said, it's going to be a good fight, and I'm picking Linares by decision. I'm not going to say by knockout because, like I said, you never seen Lomachenko being stopped or down before. So I'm going to go 12-round decision, 7 rounds to 5, Jeorge Linares. And that's my prediction on that. Thank you for watching. Easy Work Boxing. Thank you. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for your time.